Welcome back. Let's get you some national updates now. The Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, spoke to editors for nearly 2 hours today in the first of what will be regular interactions from now on. He said he was not a lame duck Prime Minister and is not running a puppet government. Dr. Singh spoke of maximum possible cooperation from Congress President Sonia Gandhi, who he met one-on-one every week. He also said he was ready to come under the Lokpal, but many of his cabinet colleagues feel that it would create instability. But the Prime Minister insisted that no group can insist that their views are the last word. Speaking on a range of issues, he also said that the cabinet reshuffle was in process. The Prime Minister also said that the issue of bugging Pranab Mukherjee's office was a minor one and is a closed chapter. Dr. Singh also promised that inflation would be under control by March next year. On to some sports-related news. The doping menace in Indian athletics has surged to the fore once again. Two of India's top athletes have reportedly failed out of competition dope tests. The B samples of Mandeep Kaur and Dwana Murmu have tested positive, which would now incur a 2-year ban. This would exclude them from participation in the London Olympics next year. Mandeep was in fact part of India's gold-winning 4x400 meters women's relay team at the Guangzhou Asiad as well as the Commonwealth Games. In news from the cricketing grounds now, umpire Darrell Happer has withdrawn from officiating in the third test of India-West Indies series. Happer, who was already due to step down from ICC's elite panel, was earlier criticized by the Indian team for giving as many as 3 dubious decisions in the favour of the Windies during India's second innings in the first test match. Switching over to hockey, after a disastrous showing at the Aslan Shah Cup last month, the Indian hockey team now has a new coach. Interestingly, India has once again opted for a foreigner, that after unceremoniously sacking another foreigner in Jose Brasa just about 7 months ago.
Meet India's new hockey coach, Michael Nobbs. 57-year-old Australian beat stiff competition from Olympic and World Cup winning Dutch coach Roland Oltmans to get the top job. Nobbs is a former Australian centre-half who represented his country in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, where they finished 4th. Prior to being named India's coach, he was the coach of Western Australia. He is also a contemporary of Rick Charlesworth, who was a consultant with the Indian hockey team. His appointment would surprise many, considering foreign coaches haven't had the best of stays in India in the past.
I didn't have any reservations because I was brought up with Indian hockey. I've got many Indian friends. My business partner is an Indian and many of my hockey player friends are Indian. So I've had no reservations about coming here.
But with recent reports of infighting within the team, will Nobbs, whose only coaching experience was with Western Australia, be able to cope in a demanding environment?
I think Indian hockey has... it's been sad to see it decline over the years, and I think this is a chance to improve it and to go upwards from here. And if everyone pulls in the same direction, surely the getting to an Olympic Games should be everyone's goal.
Positive words indeed, but they alone would not suffice, considering Indian fans would not be happy with anything less than an Olympic medal. In New Delhi with Pooja Arya and Arjun Devgan, Nikhil Naz for NDTV.
Let's now get on to the tennis courts. There's disappointing news coming from the Wimbledon for FedEx fans. Joe Wilfried Tsonga ended Roger Federer's hopes of winning a record equaling 7th Wimbledon title as the French 12th seed staged a stunning fight back to reach the semi-finals. FedEx appeared to be cruising into the last 4 after winning the first 2 sets, but Tsonga inflicted the Swiss world number 3's first defeat from that vantage point in 179 Grand Slam matches. But let's leave you with some good news, at least for the Indian fans. Indian tennis ace Sania Mirza has reached the Wimbledon doubles semi-final for the first time in her career after she and Elena Vesnina came from behind to beat their Spanish opponents. The 4th seed in Indo-Russian pair recorded a 3-6, 6-4, 7-5 win over in their quarterfinal. That's all we could pack into this bulletin. From the crew and from me, good night.